Hi everyone, welcome to our weekly project update presentation. This is Team Peak Inc. comprising of Jack Beja, Anthony Kiema, Crisanto Bala, and Jimmy Kireka. So the agenda for today's presentation is having a look at the problem statement, the website, the activities involved in coming up with the website, the objectives, and the milestones. So on the problem statement, we identified our client who's Africa Working, and we identified the current problem that they're facing. And for a solution, we are coming up with a rollout strategy that will be implemented in Kenya and South Africa in the shortest time possible. So the website will be used majorly for visibility across the globe, but its main focus will be in Africa. And also it will be as a resource for people who want to join the program. It will also have social media platforms, e.g. YouTube and Facebook, to ensure that they have maximum visibility. So to come up with the website, we identified several steps, and the first step was having an initial meeting with the client, which happened on the 1st July, and the project charter was signed off, and the project kicked off. So stakeholders were identified, and then project constraints identified, which include the scope, schedule, and the cost. So on the second step was development. So the development of the website will take 2 months, and a team of 5 people will be tasked to come up with the website, which includes 3 programmers, a quality analyst who will work on controlling and monitoring, which is checking if the developed site meets the client objectives, e.g. checking the color themes and things of that nature. And then there'll be a risk lead who basically will ensure that risks are mitigated and advise others on how to handle such. And then we identified a total cost of $200 that will be used primarily to buy stationaries and a template. And also we're planning to work on coming up with codes from scratch and work on those 2 ideas and pick the best as we go along. So we also will offer support to Africa Working after the website has been developed. We came up with the milestones, which started from 1st July 2016, which was identify the system requirements, and then a description of the website functionality was identified. And then on after the user testing on 21st October, so the system will be rolled out and usability test will be done to check if users can complete simple tasks like downloading a document. And then after that, we'll do periodic maintenance. So on the project scope and management, we identified 3 key steps, which is planning, so which is the various functionality identified, and then controlling and monitoring. This involves making changes during the development, maybe to meet the time, cost, or scope constraints. And also on closing, users will be given to see if they can complete simple tasks. So we come up with a Gantt chart, which basically outlined everything from the start up to the end, the time, and also the dependencies between different stages. Like you cannot go to code without having gathered requirements or doing sketching and things of the sort. And then in a few weeks we'll reach our first milestone, our 4th milestone, which is the website. And then on the project cost management, so the estimated time to complete the project is 12 weeks, with the team reporting to the quality manager and the project manager every Friday. And then the website has been subcontracted to Cover Media Group, and which will come up with the website. So a total budget for the development of the whole website will be $300, and our quality analyst Jimmy Kireka will ensure best practices during the development. So the activities that we identified, some of them I talked about them, but I will identify, I'll talk about sketching, coding, and hosting. So on sketching, 2 people were identified, and the resource was maybe things like pens, stationaries, and they'll use a software which we identified as Photoshop. And then we have coding, a team of 3 people will be identified. They'll work on a template and they'll use Dreamweaver. So, and then this one basically is how communication was handled during the project. So that concludes our presentation. Thank you for your audience.